Good evening. This is Card Creating with Jean. I feel like I've got this not adjusted right. There we go. I think that's better. There. And let me get myself up here on my iPad and make sure that the volume is down. Nope, it's all the way up. There we go. Before I get on here with live, there. Now I can see any comments as they come in. So welcome, it's Sunday night. And from what I've heard, the weather was nicer today. I did not go out at all. I was down here in my craft room just about all day, except when I went upstairs to make supper. And my husband has come down with, I don't know if it's cold, flu, whatever it is. He didn't test positive for the flus or COVID, so I'm trying to stay away from him because I certainly don't want to get sick, and I am kind of susceptible. So anyway, I've been getting a lot of work done down here in my craft room. So hi Rhonda, welcome. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that very, very much. So yeah, it's I've gotten a lot accomplished. I got all my paper cut out for my class that's next weekend. And all I need to do now is to write the tutorial. And I tell you, this class, I've never done more die cutting than I have for this class. I can't believe it. It's like, man, what was I thinking when I designed these cards? All this die cuts in them. Hi, Lori. Thanks for popping on tonight. So I'm glad to get that done because I wouldn't have wanted to waited until, I don't know, the last minute. I don't try to do that. Once in a while I do, if I'm thinking that there might be somebody else that's going to sign up, but because we had to order product ahead of time, I knew that there wouldn't be any last minute people trying to get in on the class. But the cards are really pretty. I'm really pleased with how well they turned out. So I hope that they all have a good time putting them together. So there's, I think, 2 fun folds and 2 regular cards. So hi Carol, yay, there you go. So anyway, I thought after we got off last time, I went through my sets trying to figure out what I was going to do for tonight because I really didn't know what to do, and I thought, am I going to have to start repeating some things, you know, some bundles or stamp sets and show you something different. And then I realized I had the Sunshine and Tulip set that I hadn't shown you at all yet. I had shown you one card that I had made, but I didn't show you how it goes together. So I designed a couple of cards that I think are really quite cute, and we're going to make those tonight. So I think I'm going to turn the camera because I think we'll get started on time. How about that? Let's see. Okay. Oop, didn't turn. There we go. All right. I got a head start on part of it here on my table, and that was to glue up some things. Let's get you over here so you can see my table a little bit better. Yeah, it always wants to sag down a little bit. Try that again. That's better. Okay. So again, we're going to use this Sunshine and Tulip set. It's got some really cute sentiments on it. I really like that. And the dies are pretty awesome. And we are going to be using this die for both of the cards that I'm making tonight. And then just to explain things, these are little tulip cutouts, but they're just like the outline is what you're going to get. And they fit over the top of the tulip and give a like an accent color. Let's see, these are little outside outline leaves that go on here. And then these are solid leaves that can go on here. So that, and what's nice about both of these, you know, you get two for, so you're not cutting in, because you realize how many leaves are on here. You at least got it cut in half, and here you cut it in thirds, so it's kind of nice. So that's what we're going to use tonight. And let me just put that aside. So our first card, we are going to use lemon lime twist, yes. Sorry. I want to get lemon lolly and lemon lime twist mixed up all the time. They're too close. We're going to score this at 4 1/4. It's 8.5 by 5.5. Hey Pam. Hey Carrie. Thanks for sharing, Carol. I appreciate it. All right, I just want to get these lined up here. All right, so there's our base. I have a piece of Timid Tiger that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and that is going to go on. So tomorrow is Groundhog Day. You suppose he's going to see his shadow or not? So it's just 1/8 of an inch smaller here. So you just have just a peek of the green behind. Okay. And then I went ahead and already cut out the die cut here. What's on there? Well, let me just... something on there. And that is going to go on here. But I, when I sat here and I looked at this the first time I made it, I wanted to do something because to give it a little more pizzazz without cutting out those little outlines. So what I decided to do is I wanted to shade in the areas down at the bottom of the flower. And so I took a pencil and I lined I really wanted it to down. And then I'm just going to shift it down just a little bit. And then I'm going to put a little mark right in the center here, like right up from where the stem is marked, on each one of the flowers. So once I get done highlighting the area of the flower, and we put this piece on, glue it down, it's going to cover up our little mark because we did not come down very far. And I really was light, but let me tell you, I can still pick out those little marks on here. And then I'm just going to take my sponge dauber and a little bit of ink, and I should probably have another sheet because I'm going to have to do some stamping. Don't want it too dark, but yet I don't want it... Yeah, that looks good. And all I'm going to do is just kind of put a little bit of ink on here. Right? Now the little mark is right here, here, and here. So it's just going to show a little bit once I put the... Ugh, that one's dark. Maybe I better go back and hit these a little bit more. Giving it a little twist as I'm putting it in. This one, these are going to be a little bit darker. But I think it'll be okay. Now let's see how that looks. down. Actually, it's not too bad. I might go back and make this one a little bit darker. This is not showing up too well. Okay. You bet. I like that. So that is ready to be glued on, but I think I'm going to add our little leaves on here. I went ahead and put the glue on it before I went live here. In fact, if I was a little bit late getting started because I was in the midst of gluing these on, just to have them set up. And then we do not need to put leaves on all of the flowers because I'm going to put a tag across the front that's going to cover up. I think I can do these with my fingers. So there's like a row that I don't have to do. And then adding these on just really brings it to life. Oh, gee whiz, I'm grabbing all of them that are on the right side. Where are all the lefties? Here's a lefty. And these are slits so that you can lift them up. Now the first time I made this, I tried making it so that it was green behind, and it was like, wow, it made it awfully thick. Because I cut it out twice. I cut it out in the top layer and then the green underneath and then the color for the tulips. It was a little much. I love using the glue when it's partially set up. It's so much easier to handle. Oh, you know what? I did this incorrect. It should have been this row that got them. Well, how forgiving is this? It is. How about this one? Woohoo! Am I on a roll? I guess if you're gentle with it. This one is, there we go. I can see I got a little bit of glue right there. Okay. See, my nephew is Colorado, just beeped me and I think he wants to talk. I told him, yeah, we can talk on Sunday night. And I forgot about my live. Like, whoops. But they usually eat supper later. You know, they're an hour behind us, so... Look at that, I got 2 left. Whoops, that's not the right direction. This one is. Okay, So you could pop this up if you wanted to. I am just going to glue it down directly. But I do like to kind of make sure the leaves are able to pop up if you want to. Whenever I have tried to put the leaves on, gluing them and then put them on directly, sometimes it gets over to the edge and makes it a little bit hard to get it to pop up because it gets glued down. Trying to just put a very thin line of glue on the outside. And then I'll run some in between. And that should be good enough, I think. Bring it over just a smidge. There. Okay. Now for the front, the tag, I thought, I just love these branching out dies. And they look so nice together, don't you think? All right, I'm going to get these two off before they stick onto something they shouldn't. Okay. So I thought we're going to do a Thinking of You card. And I'm going to stamp it in the lemon lime twist. All right. And then I'm going to add a couple tulips on the front here. I mean, why not, right? So I'm going to start out with the lower leaves. There's something on that. I guess it's on the wrong side of the stamp. I can see orange on there, and I'm like, I don't want orange stamped. Okay. Done with that for the meantime, but we'll use it again. And then we're going to do our tulip, and we're actually going to do our tulip in Calypso Coral. I wanted it just a smidge darker. Some yellow over here too, believe it or not. So we're going to do the outer leaves, or the outer petals I should say, and I'm going to bring it up just a little bit. Hang on a second, maybe about there. I think I can still get the centerpiece in. Okay. And now I'm going to take Daffodil Delight. I'm going to add this in the center. That was the part I was scared I was getting up there too high that it was going to run into the words. But it's fine. You just line it up with the bottom of the petal here. And it gives you the right height. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the Calypso Coral. We're going to stamp off once, and go over the top of the yellow, and it gives it a nice color for the inside. Stamp it off. Just line it up again. If you line up this egg-shaped stamp with the bottom of this, then it's going to come out just fine. Okay. And then I'm just going to take the lemon lime twist. This is the light one, and I'm just going to put a line down here. There you go. Okay, let's put these two together, and then we will pop this one up. It's out of the way. Glue. Like, what am I looking for? I just like how they nest together so nicely. All right, let's grab some dimensionals here. All right, and then this is just going to go like right up there. I think that looks straight. All right, and then for the inside, I have a piece that is 3 by 4 1/4. And we are going to stamp Here for You Always. Did I put, oh, I put one tulip on the inside too. Okay. So we're going to do that in the green. Oh, I'm hoping that it's not on my end, that you're having problems with the internet. I don't dare close my door going into my craft room because then I know I have problems with the internet connection. So I hope everybody else is okay. All right, one more tulip. Get this back again. We're going to put one right in the center and the bottom. Sort of center. It's all relative. It's my center. As good as I can do it. Okay, Calypso Coral. Get rid of this one. I'll open this one up. Going to do the same thing. Calypso. Yellow. Get this back. Calypso. Stamp off. There we go. I'll put another little stem on it. Glue it together and put it in, and we're done with our first card already. Sorry, I'm sure I'm off camera. Sorry about that. But you don't need to see how I glue, right? That is not straight on there. Come on. There. That's better. Okay, and let's put some bling on. I'm using the Pearlized Faceted Circles. I love these. I think I've said that at least 2 other times. I love the sparkle on them. Okay, let's see. Do you want to go with the dark ones or the middle ones? What do you think? These dark ones or this lighter one? What did I use on the last ones? I used the dark ones on my sample. Yours keeps freezing. Oh. I'm glad you like the color the dark ones. Okay, that's what I thought too. So we're just going to put one here. And oh, let's leave that off. I'm going to use it again. There you go. There's the first card. Pretty similar to what I've got. Wish. Oh, I guess it's better if I did it this way. There we go. Of course, when you stick it in the envelope, it's going to pop back down again, but just get them up just a little bit is kind of nice. There you go. All right, let's start with the next one. Get a couple things put away here. We're changing the colors up, but I do like that color combination. It just feels like spring to me when orange and yellows and that bright green. We are going soft, and this is going to be a fun fold. And the colors we're going to use are Soft Sea Foam, Petunia Pop, and Bubble Bath. I thought, ooh, that's kind of a pretty combination. All right, get the stamps up that we'll be using. And we are going to be using the Prayers and Promises for part of this. I think it's this one. Yes, may you feel God's care and healing as you recover. And then there's a Get Well Soon stamp as well that I'm using. Okay, we're starting out with a piece that is, I think, 4 1/4. Yep, by 8 1/2. Whoop, I need this little guy. And we are going to score this at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. We are making an easel card because I thought this would look really slick as an easel card. I thought. So let me just get these good. Alright, I don't think I need that anymore. Here's all my little leaves. And I am just going to go ahead and put glue on them so that when we get to the... And you can see one side has a little... it's sticking up a little bit. So you know you're gluing the right side is the one where it's concave. I'm just going to slide these out, line them up, slap some glue on them, and then we can continue with the rest of it while we're waiting for the glue to set up. And I've got a couple cards that I can show you at the end that I was making, and I've got two others made using different things, but I'm going to show them on Tuesday night. Tuesday night I'm going to show you how to use the stamp positioner or Stampin' Positioner, and we're going to make a couple cards from that. It's pretty slick. I'm going to show you how to make circles or wreaths or whatever you want to call them using it, and how easy it is. Aha! Got glue on my finger, I guess. So anyway, I hope you all have had a great weekend. I'm glad I didn't have anything planned this weekend since I ended up spending it all down here in my craft room, but I sure got a lot done. It's such a good feeling. And I've got an order ready to go in so I can use my bonus days coupons. Happy about that. There, this is the last one. There. Okay. All right, so we are... Sure. That was good. I had one stuck to my finger. Put a little more glue on there. So I think half of it came off on my finger. There we go. All right. We're going to do the same thing with the dies, the same dies. I mean, the design was nice. Why recreate the wheel, right? Okay. So we are going to take the pink and do the same thing. This is Bubble Bath, and this piece is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And these pieces end up being like 3 7/8 by 5 1/4. That's the size of this. Alright, so we're going to mark our little spots like we did before. Where'd my pencil go? Oh, it's over here. Alright, so I want to get this lined up. That's looking pretty even. Come here. And I'm just going to bring it down. This shows up a lot more on the pink than it does on the orange. The orange was darker, so lighter color, the little lead dot shows up pretty good. Okay. And then I'm going to use the bubble bath. And we'll just go around here and if you question how dark it is, you can always just hold it up there. Using the finger daubers works just perfect for this. I think that's going to be adequate. I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. Okay. You like these colors, huh, Carrie? Yeah. They're so soft. This isn't quite straight. There. And you don't see any of the little marks that we made on there. Okay, so as you know, with this you have to glue it only on the lower section because this is the section that we want to have stand up. So I'm actually going to just put the glue on this. And that way we can get this lined up real nice. Easy peasy. You know what? I think, no, I guess I did that right. Okay, so the front is going to say get well soon. And we're going to stamp that in the petunia pop because I thought that using the bubble bath is not going to show up real well. And hence the reason. And then I brought it into this and also the card base. When I started out, I didn't know what I was going to use. I just had bubble bath and I had this to begin with, and then I had to come up with the base. And then I decided to make it into a fun fold. Okay. Get well soon. All right. And let's see. You know what? I'm going to put those leaves on. Let's get those on next. And I think I'm going to take my little, got these little clips here to hold this down to make it a little bit easier to put those leaves on. I love these two colors together. I think they are so pretty. That green and that soft pink. Very nice. It reminds me of ice cream. Don't ask me why, but it just does. Maybe it's wishful thinking. This time I did it right. Skip the right row. Good grief, I'm getting all the left-handed ones this time. Aha! I had two of them, one on top of the other, and that one doesn't have any glue on it. Make sure I'm gluing the right. Yes. Didn't think I was gluing the right side. There. Just going to spread this around, otherwise I know it's going to ooze out. There. Okay. Now let's put a couple of tulips on the front here, like we did on the other one. But this time we're going to use the soft seafoam. And let's do this at the same time. And what am I missing? This is what I'm missing. Oh, need to get in there. Okay. Leaves first. And I put one in the center of this one. Actually, no, I don't. Never mind. Glad I thought of that before I stamped it. Okay, now we want the flower. The outside flower is going to be the darker color. We're going to use the petunia pop. And we'll use the bubble bath for the center. And then I have a little strip here someplace. Where did it go? Oh, for pity's sakes. I know I pulled it out. There it is. And I'm going to take the stamp that has just a row of tulips. And we are going to put that on this. This piece is a 1/2 inch, right? Yep, a 1/2 by 3. This is what is going to hold the card open, up, whatever. Right there. Okay. I can put this away and this away. We'll glue these two on. And then on the inside, we are going to put the sentiment, may you feel God's care and healing as you recover. And that's going to go up here. Come on. Okay. I think I've got it all now. All right. Glue these together and put the inside in. Right. Our dimensionals. This color combo reminds me of Easter too. Just the colors. Just feels like Easter. These would make very pretty Easter cards. And when you cut these out, save your little flower cutouts. We are going to be using them in what we make on Tuesday night. Just as a hint. Oh, forgot to put the little stem. What does this end look like? I wonder if I can get it. I got a little bit of a shaky hand here all of a sudden. There. Okay, let's put this in. And then we're just going to pop this up right down here. I usually just kind of see where I think it would be a good position. That looks pretty good. Why I keep thinking I get stuff on there. There we go. Must have had some glue on my fingers. And see how nice that just sits there? Okay, let's put some embellishments on there. I thought we would use the 2024 to 2026 in color flat pearls. It makes me sad that we are going to be saying goodbye to these pretty colors. I've enjoyed using them, and I'm starting to use them more now because I guess they're going to go out. There we go. All right, so we'll put the big one in the center, and we'll do 2 little ones in the corner. There's the outside, and then I thought maybe on the inside we'd put one on each end here too. Why not, right? Like so. I think this ended up being a really pretty card. I'll tilt it, whoops, I'll tilt it up so you can see it. Except then it wants to flop back. So there you go. That's our 2 cards tonight. Let's see. Get some of this stuff out of the way so we can have our drawing. Well, I felt a little bit more organized tonight than I did last time. I don't know what was wrong with me. I think the fact that my husband came down and was trying to talk to me at the very beginning of my video, I couldn't, and he was not looking at me when he came in the door of my craft room. He was looking down and I couldn't get his attention. Oh, I do not like that video. I have not transferred that one over to YouTube because I just didn't like it because I was waving my hands trying to get his attention, the goofball. So there's our 2 cards tonight. I think they're both very pretty, and I hope you like them too. All right. So put those aside in my little cubby hole that I put the cards in so I know which ones are for the drawing for next time. And we are drawing on those darling lambs, the woolly sheeps. This is the baby one, and this is the birthday with the little velvet. I love that stuff. Works really well. Glad you like the cards, Carol. Rhonda, yep. I like that bun fold layout. That was very easy to do. I don't know if I've ever, when I first started making them, I used to get hung up on which part to put the glue on. I don't know why. It makes total sense to me now. So let's see. Kathy Ballard is our lucky person, number 7. And I don't think she's on tonight. I will send her a message and tell her that she gets to choose one of our woolly friends. So anyway, let me show you a couple of things and then put this aside here quick. Okay, 2 cards. First one I made yesterday, towards the tail end. I thought this one turned out really nice. This is the one that has the die that's got all the flowers in it. And then there's another die that goes in the center that has lots of flowers on it, so you could use it either way. I wonder if I can get my hands on that set. No, I can't. It's behind me. But, and this is using that wood tone DSP that's behind it. And this was in the catalog, or it's in the, it wouldn't be catalog, it's an online exclusive. What am I talking about? It's one of the examples. The one that they did had more of the pink flowers on it than I did. And I just used, what is the color? I can never think of it. Flirty Flamingo. And just dabbed a little bit of it on. I didn't want it really dark. And then added a little bit in the centers of the flowers going around. And then this is the inside. And I love these sentiments that they're coming out with in this next grouping of stamp sets. Very, very nice. And love the font. is gorgeous. And this was fun to make. I will probably be demonstrating this at some point in time. It wasn't bad. I just, colored the leaves and a little bit here and there on the flowers, and yeah, it was fun to make. And then this one I made this afternoon for all you dog lovers. This one, I giggled and laughed as I was making it. Oh, thanks, Carrie. It was just so fun. They're so stinking cute. And for kitty lovers, I have a cat one that there's also one that's got a string of cats doing all kinds of different things. And I didn't have enough time to do that. And I love this embossing folder with the daisies on it. Oh my gosh. That is neat. And I've got a piece of it sitting here because I didn't use the whole sheet. There's the deboss. I like the deboss. Most times it's not that way, but this really shows the pattern nicely. It's a great embossing folder. So stay tuned for that one. That's coming out in March. So, but I love the font on this as well. This is part of the set. I didn't get the inside finished yet. Supper was calling. I needed to go upstairs and make my soup. So anyway, couple of other things to announce. I'm doing the Cute as a Bug class coming up. If you come in person, it could be the 28th or the 29th. That's a Friday or a Saturday. In-person class is $45 or $53 if I have to ship it. And you would get a pack of the darling 12 by 12 DSP. And that also has a lot of the dies that you can cut out the images, or you can fussy cut them. They're not hard to fussy cut at all. Oxy shapes. So stinking. These are just like clear, like there'd be dew on a plant or on a flower or whatever. And I think they would look really cute on these. So you get one of these included with it. So, and if you wanted to add on the bundle of the stamps and dies, it's $47 in addition. So I need to know this one by the 11th. And I'm happy to ship out to you if you wish. So, and this is the one that I'm doing next weekend that I had to do so much die cutting for. It'll be nice, though. It will be nice. So anyway, let me flip the camera back around. There we are. You can see me again. Kind of. There. Oh dear. So Tuesday then we'll do a couple of cards using the stamp positioner, and I've already started on them, so I got some of them partially done, so I'm not taking up so much time for you. And then I don't know what we'll do after that. Probably I'll dig into the new stamp sets. I've got two of them sitting here that I haven't done anything with. One of them is this cute barbecue set. Man, do I like that. Oh, the little hot dogs. And it's got so many dies. Oh my gosh, look at all the dies. You can even put shrimp on the Barbie and make a hamburger, or and there's, look at, with the buns. I think that's supposed to be the bun. Oh golly, I like that. And then what's the other set I have here? I think. Oh, I thought I had one more set. I guess I didn't. I guess it was the dog set. Yeah, I got to finish up with that one. So, and that's got birds in it too. So, thank you very much for joining me tonight. Have a great start of your week, and I will see you on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. Thank you. Bye-bye.